Robert V. Tarot Channel. I am your host. Today we're doing a mid-monthly pick a card reading. I will be setting 3 cards in 3 various directions. We often go unaware of the effect we have on others, and often do not recognize if it is positive or negative. Today we'll offer some transparency around how you're being looked upon based on the stack that you choose. What message is most prevalent to you? If you find my readings helpful, I ask that you donate to nobabyblisters.org or ebresearchnetwork.org. All proceeds go towards bandages, pain medicine, and surgical fees for children or young adults who suffer from internal and external blistering. Hugs should not hurt. I am a servant of the great work, not its master. We'll be conducting today's reading with a classical playing card deck. Alright, there's the left hand side, the right hand side, and the middle. At this moment, I ask that you select the vertical stack that most stands out to you. Today I will begin with the stack on this side. You have the 3 of Pentacles. So with the 3 of Pentacles, it is a card of togetherness. It is a card of fellowship, and it is a card of accomplishments. Someone respects you and how you are carrying yourself. A solid effort has caught the attention of those around you. Be wary of high expectations from those around you. Although you haven't let them down, it would be devastating if you did. The 10 of Wands. With the 10 of Wands, it is a card of the dust settling afterwards. This is equivalent to Wands in a typical tarot deck. The 8 of Wands is basically uphill. The 9 of Wands is basically the verdict on your manifestation. And the 10 of Wands is the approaching of the abundance. Whatever you were seeking to manifest is making its way to the Jack and Knight of Wands. So whatever you're trying to bring to fruition, you probably have not been able to get your hands on yet. but it is well on its way. Once something reaches the 10 of wands for the individuals that selected the right hand side, there is positivity and abundance coming towards you around what you have been manifesting. The Six of Pentacles. So with the Six of Pentacles, you have positive cash flow approaching you. The challenge is there's a thin line between what you want and need. Before this overflow of cash reaches you, it is suggested you clarify on what your needs are, or the risk of mishandling this reward, which this Ten of Wands tells me that you have been very diligent in working towards this reward. But the question is, if you were to receive a certain amount of anything, a certain amount of affection, a certain amount of stability, a certain amount of fellowship, what is the best way to utilize it is the next question. If you do not know what you're looking to accomplish, if you do not know where you are going to steer this overflow, you will squander it. The Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles, if you have selected the deck on this side, your first card up, the most prevalent, is the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles mainly speaks of the juggling act. It is depicted by, if you search it on the internet, it is depicted by the juggling act. Your attention must shift to match your intentions. If you have multiple occupations, make sure you are putting time into secondary pursuits and not just holding on to the position. So if you have been completely overwhelmed with hours at your main job, and there is also somewhere else you're employed, the juggling act asks us to really shift our focus to what is currently in our routine, to appreciate or better utilize the secondary option. This is not just limited to occupation. It could also be children. It could be as far as the juggling act of having two interested individuals. For example, if you are single, you've been dating one person consistently, the challenge now is to really experience time or effort with the individual who typically is the short end of the stick. As far as extracurricular activities, multiple sports, it is really just the shifting of focus to what comes to mind when you see the Two of Pentacles. The Jack of Hearts. There is an element of romance if you selected the deck on this hand. You could also be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. With this in mind, it's romance. It's really being swept off of your feet. It's good news. The Page of Cups represents intuition, youth. It has some similarities between the Fool card. This is the moment when you want to impress someone, yet you may have lost focus, or you may be receiving notifications that there are some overlooked bills because the romance has you swept up in the excitement. It is often neglecting or overlooking responsibility to rush ahead into romantic encounters. The danger of the Page of Cups is that the gesture being considered will not be appreciated by the other person and can very well quickly lead to you feeling unappreciated. This Page of Cups, it is typically denoted by a youthful appearance holding out a cup, but the cup has this very tiny fish in it. It's not exactly Knight of Cups. You've been mulling over making a proposal, a gesture to a romantic interest of yours. This will probably require both your time and your effort, when it would be better putting this effort and time into yourself, although it will be less exciting, but really focusing on getting yourself together and catching up on your financial responsibilities will go much further than putting forth effort at this moment. You also have the Five of Cups. So with the Five of Cups, it is loss, disappointment, and feeling unappreciated. It stems from the unrealistic expectations of yourself or the individual. Be careful not to expect you from other people. You are slightly upset at this point, to the point of retaliation. This party had no intention on hurting you deeply. On the flip side, if you are patient and you exercise emotional caution with what you put out there will be good news headed your way. So far, what I'm getting is, if you're on this hand, it must be the money. It must be the money, and you are focused on your career path. If you selected from this side, you are definitely romantically focused. You have your eyes on this individual. But now you would only be sending the waves of emotion the wrong way with any outward gestures. And although you may feel like you deserve more romantically, it is the top of hot girl summer. It is the top of the summertime. Father's Day is around the corner. It's definitely best for you to focus and hone in on your current responsibilities. Now, for the individuals who selected the North deck, the middle deck, Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords is at the middle of you all's selection. There is grief, sorrow, failure. You are being rewarded for your persevering, but you have had heavy casualties. You reached your goal, but it was not without incurring heavy losses, either from friends or financially. It looks like this could be, I'm getting the feeling of a bad selection. You made a rush decision. Instead of holding out for the car you wanted, you settled. Instead of holding out for what you're waiting for, you settled, and you are feeling less fulfilled with this option that you have settled for. Less than enthusiastic than when you started this. Two of Swords. Two of Swords. Now, this kind of chord, you could also be dealing heavily with the tropical equivalent to a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. But there is a decision that stands in front of you, and it's a stalemate. There is a lot of uncertainty. The best way to handle this decision that you have coming up, you're typically going the type of person to look for advice and ask around you in this realm on what you should do. The challenge this time for those individuals who selected the middle deck is really looking inward, coming up with the answers for yourself. Seeking advice during this time moves you to what is expected of you rather than what brings you fulfillment. I will repeat that. Seeking advice during this time moves you to what is expected of you rather than what brings you fulfillment. The Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is irresistible. You are captivating and up for an adventure. You bring ease and warmth around you. You effortlessly live up to the surroundings. You may have recently made a very impactful impression on either a group of individuals or a single individual. If this might have been an intimate moment, but hey, you've blown someone's mind recently. You could also be dealing with getting heavy fire sign energy here. That concludes this midweek reading, or this mid-month reading. Pentacles here, shifting, doing your best to shift your mindset away from romance in this one. And in the middle deck, really, it's all right to let people down as long as you don't let yourself down if you selected the middle. Thank you for joining me. This is the Sharaba V Tarot channel. If you need any further assistance, there is information for you in the description box.